Welcome back. You're still watching Morning Live. Now, theatre lovers can now catch William Shakespeare's timeless masterpiece Othello in Cape Town until the 21st of February. Jealousy, passion and obsession powerfully combine in this devastating domestic tragedy as Othello comes to life under the stars in the breathtaking natural setting of Cape Town's historic open-air theatre. Maynardville joining us now from our Cape Town studios. NC Point is the director, Fred Abrahamse. Fred, good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, Lebo.
Fred, let's talk about Othello. I mean, we've seen many productions of Othello, remakes, but what makes this one particularly different from all the other ones?
I think we've chosen to go back to the classic tradition. We haven't tried to modernize it or update it in any way. It is a grade 12 set work book, so we've tried to remain pretty strictly themically to the themes of the play because we have thousands of learners attending the production. And at the Maynardville stage, it's the role of Othello has been played 3 times before, and this is the first time that a South African black actor is playing Othello at Maynardville in Cape Town. So we're quite chuffed and proud of this production.
Talk to us about your cast. I mean, what makes them stand out?
I audition. I have an audition process where people come and I look at people and then you narrow it down to a field of people. Obviously, you always go into a process when you're tackling something like Othello with particular people in mind for the lead roles. I mean, I think you are up the creek without a paddle if you start a Lear or an Othello and you don't have some people in mind. And it's about looking for the right energies. Once you've fixed your lead characters, you look at your principal players around that. And for me, it's always about the energies and how these people buzz together. Because if that works in an audition program, if there's that spark, if there's, I know on reality TV they call it that X factor, but I mean it's got to happen between 2 people. And once I see that, and once I see a spark there, then I really get excited because if that works between the people, then it'll work on stage for the audience.
And what has been the response from the public to Othello? It's
been overwhelming. I mean, our Monday to Wednesday shows are completely sold out for the whole run. You know, and it's fantastic. We're putting in extra chairs for the school's performances. The response has been amazing. The learners are really responding well. The debate, the discussions that they have. And so for us, it's been a really successful project, and it's also a huge learning aid for a lot of learners to hear Shakespeare. I mean, I think we can all remember sitting in a classroom at some point in South Africa and trying to understand this complex text. But it is poetry, and I think young people are far more open to it because of modern music trends, and they write poetry, they listen to rap, they listen to stuff that rhymes, and they're very open and receptive to it, and it's been a fantastic response so far from the learners, and you know, there's quite a group of people that are out there saying, oh, what is the relevance of Shakespeare to South Africa? And you know, I invite them to come and sit on a Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday to a packed house of learners and just see the response. I mean, it becomes a whole live participation between the actors and the students. They respond and you know, they don't hold back. If they get angry, when Othello strikes Desdemona and they see that kind of stuff on stage, they respond vocally, and it's fantastic because Shakespeare wrote for the man in the street. You know, he wrote for the common man. He wrote for the people. He was a contemporary political playwright for his time. You know, I always refer to them as Elizabethan soapies. You know, they are action-packed dramas with passion and intensity, and particularly this one moves fast, and the audience seem to love it.
All right, and working with Marcel Meyer as your costume designer, that must have been a dream.
Yes, I mean, we work together a lot. I think it's so important that with your designers, Fahim Badin, one of my favorite lighting designers, the team at Artscape who create all those wonderful costumes, the set builders, I think it's important to get all of those people on the same page because they all have to help create that world of the play. You know, everything has to fit together, it has to make sense, and we're very privileged to have this wonderful team of people people, these costumers, these ladies who sit and can hand bead and make and cut from a drawing. They don't use patterns, they cut their own patterns, and yeah, it's certainly blessed to work with these people. And Artscape has a fantastic training program for young technicians and that, so we have a wonderful team of young people running the lighting, the sound. I think the oldest, you know, our stage manager running the entire show, responsible, is only 25 years old. So it's fantastic to work with a young, enthusiastic team as well.
All right, Fred, thank you so much for talking to us. Fred Abrahamse is the director of Othello, talking to us about the classic Shakespearean tragedy Othello, which is now at the Maynardville in Cape Town. www.artscape.co.za.